ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saieed. We do thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Call your friends, call your family, because tonight I have an important question for you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. But before we go into that, we at Real Talk, we are offering you 4% on fixed deposit, viewers. Remember that we are the only financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago that is giving you 4% on our fixed deposit. But the good thing about this fixed deposit is that you're collecting your interest up front. Remember that, viewers, up front. No other financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago has been able to do this. Remember, it's only at Real Talk you're getting it. Also, viewers, be a member of the credit union. Feel free to drop in. Call our office, viewers. Our number will be on screen shortly. Call our office, set up an appointment, come down, talk with the staff. Also, if you want to know whatever requirements you need to work with, apart from calling the office, you can go onto Real Talk Credit Union Facebook page. We have all our requirements pinned to the top of the page. So remember that, viewers. So Real Talk Credit Union is located at number 14 Caribbean Savannah Road in Shogunas and 25 Cipero Street in San Fernando. So the buildings you are looking for concerning the credit union, you're going to see it coming up on screen shortly, viewers. So remember, join our credit union. We are making a difference. Why? Because of interest on fixed deposit. We are the first financial institution to do that in Trinidad and Tobago. So our south office, located on 25 Cipero Street, is the building with the picture on top. That is our Cipero Street branch. And in Shogunas, the second picture, the one at the bottom of the screen, is our central office. So remember that, viewers, if you're looking for the office, this is our buildings. Also, we have two heavy pieces of equipment to sell, viewers. Real Talk equipment. Yes, we rent equipment. We also have equipment for sale also. So we have a truck, which is a wrecker. It's a 7-ton wrecker. Immaculate condition. And it also, there's a crane attached to this wrecker. See the crane on top? This is a beautiful piece of equipment, viewers. If you are looking to go into transporting business or the wrecking business, this is the perfect truck for you. Perfect truck for you, viewers. It's only when you see it on our compound then you would realize how beautiful the truck is. Also, we have a 6-ton excavator. It's a 306E. This piece of equipment has a grader to the front of it, so you can actually grade roads. You can actually grade roads while fixing it. Look at that. To the front of it, that black attachment there, that is the grader part to the excavator attached on. So it's a beautiful piece of equipment, viewers. Those of you interested, you can contact me, 3391670, for both equipment. Remember that. So tonight, before we go any further, persons of interest. Persons of interest, viewers, and I am paying $10,000 for the persons of interest. So we're looking for Saieed Ali. Anybody know where he is? Also, we are looking for this vehicle also. $10,000 is being rewarded for this vehicle. When I mean $10,000, I mean $10,000 in cash. Anybody finds this vehicle for us? Anybody could bring this vehicle for us? It's $10,000. 10,000 TT dollars. Remember, Christmas is coming. For the police who want to make some extra money, you know, we have everybody looking to make an extra dollar. Everybody. So anybody could bring this vehicle for us. We are offering you $10,000 in cash. Once you bring the vehicle, you talk to me, I give you your cash money. 10,000. Remember that, viewers. Also, Megan. Megan, We can't forget beautiful Megan. Look at her. Pretty. But there's a saying in Trinidad and Tobago that when you hear is a pretty girl, you have a bad character. I don't know how true, you know. But those talks are talks on the streets you will hear in Trinidad and Tobago. But nevertheless, she has still refused to pay real talk. But, you know, the more I show the pictures, the more people will understand why we highlighting Megan and why her friends probably departing from her. But nevertheless, that's not my fault. That's not my fault. So viewers, as we start our program tonight, now I want you to listen to this. You, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, who paid property tax, I want to ask you a question. Did you pay property tax illegally? I want to ask you that. All the money that the government collected, is it illegal property tax money? I raised this issue last week on a previous show. And tonight I am asking you, did you pay property tax illegally? I'm asking you a question. All those millions of dollars that the government collected, was it illegal collection of property tax? Ask yourself that, Trinidad and Tobago. All of you who stood in line in front BIR, all of you who are frightened in losing your house and being charged $5,000 as Clongenberg went to the parliament and bullied the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Did you pay property tax illegally in this country of Trinidad? Ask yourself that. Now I want to let you understand something. Property tax is not a law in our country. Why am I saying that? Brian Manning, Minister in the Ministry of Finance, says the government is very close to reaching the 50% threshold required to implement the property tax. See if I could hear this from Brian.
Right now, the requirement was 50%. So we have about 400,000 residential properties in Trinidad and Tobago, and we are, well, residential properties, but we have less than 200,000 owners, if you take it in half. Half of 100,000 is 200,000 properties. So, and the number of owners for those 200,000 properties is somewhere around 197,000. So we had to send notices to about 197,000 people in Trinidad and Tobago, property owners in Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago, he said, property tax are key to local government reform and will fund essential community service. Listen to this.
Property taxes are supposed to underpin the entire local government reform system. So the property taxes that you pay would actually go to benefit you within your community. It stays within your community so that basic infrastructural needs can be taken care of, whether it's patching roads, retaining walls, drainage, collection of garbage, all of those things that your city corporation or other local government bodies would do to ensure that you can enjoy the use of your property in the first place. That is what that funding is for, and that is why it's so important.
So tonight, viewers, I want to ask you, according to Brian Manning, the government is very close to reaching the 50% threshold required to implement property tax. He did not say collect property tax, you know. He said they are close to the 50% threshold to implement property tax. So in Trinidad and Tobago, the word implement means we want to add certain things. We want to create. They want to implement property tax. Now keep in mind, Brian Manning, he is a minister in the Ministry of Finance. I want all you to understand this. Property tax is not implemented in Trinidad and Tobago as yet. It is not. And I want all you to understand that. So my guess tonight now is that you are paying for something that has not been implemented by the government. Am I correct, viewers? Am I correct? Sit down, think for a minute, and pick up the phone and call 238-6716 to let me know if I am speaking the truth. They are 50% close to the threshold to implement the property tax. So if they do not reach this 50%, they cannot and will not implement property tax. Trinidad and Tobago, understand what I am saying. Understand carefully. Property tax has not been implemented according to Brian Manning, who is a minister in the Ministry of Finance. Until they say property tax is a law in Trinidad, none of you should not be paying it. So my question is now, if this property tax is not implemented in Trinidad and Tobago, why are you paying it? Why are you paying it? Call a good night. Go right ahead, your life.
What Brian Manning has told us, the government is extorting us. If you are reaching the threshold yet and you're asking for payment and you're accepting it, isn't that a form of extortion? I shouldn't be a lawyer, I might not take them to court to challenge it. The other thing I want to say, you see that SRC proposal? Let me tell you, the Prime Minister and the whole cabal interested with that because they have something else in the back pocket. And you know what they have in the back pocket? They are telling us where the $3.5 billion gone. So they're interested. That are really hearing to divert attention.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Trinidad and Tobago. Where are the lawyers on the opposition side? Where is the leader of the opposition concerning this? Where is the opposition today concerning property tax? This is what I have to ask all you. Why are you paying something that has not been implemented? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself. In other words, let me ask all you something. Let me break it down in a finer term. Would you buy a crate of chicken if you ain't see the chicken as yet? How you going to know what quality of chicken you get? Will you buy a TV if you ain't see the TV? Simple terms. So why it is are you running to pay property tax when it is not implemented in Trinidad and Tobago? Why? Are we that dotish in Trinidad? Are we a bunch of blind, dumb, deaf, coward people in our country? And I have been telling you all from the beginning, do not pay it. They need your support in order to implement it. And if you do not support it, it will not be implemented. With the revenue authority coming on stream, because of you who run in to pay property tax, you could cause your own house to be taken by the government. Are we that dotation on Trinidad? Are we that stupid? Call a good night. Go right ahead, you're live.
I will not be paying any property tax because they want to use that money to pay them increases in salary. That's what they use any money for. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. So Trinidad and Tobago, I want to ask Caller tonight, why it is all running to pay something that has not been implemented? Why? Why? It is not a criminal offense. It has not been implemented. I have been saying this from time and time again. Why are we stupid people in Trinidad and Tobago running to pay property tax? Why? So let me break it down in a different method now. If you reach in front of a judge and a judge ends sentence you to jail, would you go to jail? I'll come now, man. Let's smart. 2386716. If you're in a case and you go before the judge and the judge ends sentence you to jail, would you walk in the jail? Would you walk in and say, well, the judge sentenced me? Come now, man, Trinidad and Tobago, let's be smart now. Be a little smart. Property tax has not been implemented in Trinidad and Tobago, yet we run and go in. We digging a hole for ourselves. We will get our own house seized by the government because of we. Because of we. Brian Manning said, the government is very close to reaching the 50% threshold required to implement the property tax. Trinidad and Tobago, use all your upstairs, all your lining up in warden office, all your going online to pay a property tax that has not yet been implemented. So all the millions of dollars that the government collected, how did they collect that? Come now, all tell me now, man. Tell me now. Call a good night. Hello?
Yes, hello, you hearing me?
Go right ahead.
Yes, I want to agree with you as to how stupid we citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. If we don't pay this property tax, it cannot be implemented. Yet still, tomorrow morning, you're going to see long lines in front of the NIB building.
Correct.
Rushing to pay this tax. So that means we want this thing implemented. So you see how stupid the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago really is?
Exactly.
We fighting for everything, but we stand for nothing.
We wouldn't stand for the correcting.
Nothing at all. Boy, I don't understand this. Boy, that young fella, and the kind of thing I see, and boy, this is going on with these people. I tell you, I got it. Marcus Garvey and Malcolm and all these fellas, boy, those fellas sitting in the grave. This is what's going on with we and the African descendants, boy.
Thank you, my friend.
Yes, man. You have a nice night.
You too. Callers. People. All you understand that property tax has not been implemented because they did not reach where they're supposed to reach. But if we the citizens continue to run to BIR, and if we the citizens continue to run online to pay something that has not been implemented, what are you doing? Are you being extorted? I don't know, I'm asking. I am not going to walk into a jail when the judge never said, Saeed, you're going to jail for 5 years. I had to be dumb and dotish. So are we, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, are being bullied into paying something that has not been implemented? Why are we so carnal knowledged? Why? And I keep telling all you, do not pay it. Do not pay it. Do not pay it. Because when the Revenue Authority comes on stream, all right, let me rephrase this. Let's just say the Revenue Authority cannot come on stream because property tax has not been implemented. And you're going to say the little shuttle you have in your house, like the fridge, the stove, the TV, the washing machine. And you're going to save that? But the day we run to BIR and run to online to pay property tax, we are digging a hole for the government or BIR to come into our house to seize what we have in it. Trinbagonians, do not be stupid. I'm begging all you. I ain't paying property tax, you know. I am one of them that will have to go to court. Trust me, and I'm ready for it. Call a good night.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Saeed, hear this, right? Concerning the sole property, still, the finance minister could I impose a fine of $5,000 if it didn't put before. If the legal. I asked a question here tonight because I was looking at a person from Guarantee Australia and she was claiming that they need to have a criminal probe in the Ministry of Finance. And I totally agree with that because this man is behaving in public office right through.
Right through.
Nobody to hold him accountable for his actions. That is the problem. The problem in this country, the politicians have nobody to hold them accountable for the things they're doing in public office. That is the problem we have in this country right now. And it's true it is about Tobago. I asked around this whole weekend. Nobody knows if Tobago paying property tax. And everybody else say no. So you're damn right. You enjoy your night, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Tobago ain't pay property tax. Nobody in Tobago paid property tax. Nobody. So I am asking you, Trinidad and Tobago, every individual who paid property tax, what did you pay? What did you pay by extortion? I'm asking you a question. We're talking about, bandits calling businessmen and trying to extort money from them. What you did? What did you do? I'm asking you, because property tax is not implemented. It is not. But we're running like some coward and some scarecrow to join our line to pay property tax. It has not been implemented. You know who could prevent this? You. You, the citizens, could prevent this from happening. You, the citizens, could prevent the Revenue Authority from coming on stream so you could have your couch, your TV, and your fridge. Call a good night.
Very good evening to you, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead, you're live.
That Severa guy, the criminologist, who said that the extortionists, they are extorting people who business is drug fuel or drug related. How would he know that? And if he has information why he didn't go to the police, he can't be facing all the businesses on one forward bush. And here what he going to solve. Two, your Honorable Prime Minister said tonight, said in Parliament, that he is not going to devalue the TT dollar.
Correct, he said that. Finance Minister said that also.
He is not closing on Petrotrin. So anything this man said, take it with a pinch of salt, because he lied like that. And to the police who killed the bandit in Arangwet, congratulations to you. But some of these police need to go back to the range in Macaripa, wherever. So we don't want to detain anybody. Shoot and kill all of it.
Thank you, my friend. Hear this now. I don't really want to stray from property tax, you know. But I'll tell you something. The police and them, when they leave our house or their house, they go to work and put themselves in a line to get killed. But do you know some of the vests that police have are not bulletproof vests? Do you know that when you see a police with a vest, it don't have to be a bulletproof vest? Today I found out that. Today, I was lying with some officers today, senior ranking officials. Let me tell you something. Bulletproof vests need exchanging. Uniforms, how to say, the stalls or the department that's supposed to have uniform for police, they don't have none. So I want to ask Fitzgerald Hines now, how often does a bulletproof vest for a TDPS officer needs to be changed? This I want to ask the Minister of National Security. How worthy is a bulletproof vest? I come to go and stink tonight on TV, you know. I come to make a point, you know. How worthy is a bulletproof vest that TDPS officers does have on? How worthy is it? How worthy is it? I want to ask the Minister of National Security that. And when last did a police officer change his bulletproof vest? Come now, man. Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something. When I come here to make it real, you know. Trust me. You see what the public ain't bringing up? That is what I'm bringing all your attention to. Call her good night. Hello.
Man, look at the kind of information you're feeding the citizens of this country. But anyway, the damages was already done. They went and pay property tax, and you make me laugh, man. Your case are tried yet, but you want to go to jail, you send them to jail, and those who pay property tax, they should double that next year, double that amount for them, because they are so senseless and brainless, man. Look at what you are doing. Anyway, to those police officers who killed that bandit, and
yes, congratulations
to them. And to the Prime Minister, I want to praise him for saying he's not going to devalue the dollar. But I don't know if my praise might go in vain, because he said he's not closing on Petrotrin.
Boom!
He said, and if you're opening the fridge door and you didn't hear, I am not closing on Petrotrin, because he does tell so much lies. Speaking on truth is part of his DNA. So we can't trust him. Let me wait and see. Although in 2015, there was a fella, a professor, economist, every day, morning, noon, and night, he was telling the government from 2016, slide the US dollar to 16 and then bring it back to 8. I said, Lord, Father, what's wrong with this man? Let us put about 4 boiling in this man's mouth and close it, So I don't hear about he again. So I hope the Prime Minister will live up to that. And as he rightly said, that is for people who have steal millions of our US dollar. They wanted to slide to about 12 and so on, so they will make money from it.
Exactly.
Anyway, the property tax, what you're talking about here, all what is happening today, we said it already on your program, Thank God for Real Talk. And why I always say and label the UNC PNM, number 2, Saddam Hussein said there is nothing. Before they implement property tax, Saddam, we will take it to court, and the UNC, we're going to take this to court, there will be no property tax. Suddenly, Saddam Hussein saying there's nothing to challenge. So I get very angry, and thank God for Real Talk and your program. We open the eyes of the citizens. Suddenly, nothing to challenge. So I labeled them PNM number 2, and they supported that property tax, all of them, and they supported extortion against the citizens of this country who they are now asking to employ them back into office. Shame on you all, UNC PNM number 2. Great job, Mr. Saib. God bless you on your program, man.
Thank you, my friend. So Trinidad and Tobago, again I will ask you the question. Why it is are you all lining up to pay a property tax to the government for something that has not been implemented in Trinidad and Tobago? Why? What are you all afraid about? Why are you all running? I keep telling you all, if you refrain from paying property tax, you're saving your country. Because once property tax is implemented, the revenue authority will be implemented, and when you miss your property tax for 3 months under hardship that you end up, you could lose your fridge, you could lose your couch, you could lose your TV, you could lose your bed, you could lose your little space saver, you could lose your little coffee table. You could lose, what again you're using? You're losing, you know your little $1,000 speaker box where you buy to play music? You're losing that and all. I have been saying this, do not run to pay it. Because you, the citizens, will be creating a hole for yourself to fall in. Yourself. So while all this is taking place, $3.4 billion is still missing. It's still missing. Jaiwati Ramdas still hasn't gotten the authorization to check the check clearance system in Central Bank, according to Klungenberg, who said caused the error. Them I want to investigate Klungenberg, who said that the check clearance system caused the error, but I want to challenge Jaiwati Ramdas' office for making a mistake. What mistake did she make? What mistake? Trinidadians, we that stupid? We that dotish? Is property tax a law in Trinidad and Tobago? It is not a law. You don't have to run and pay it. I keep telling all you this. It is not. Brian Manning, he is a minister in the Ministry of Finance. He is a PNM minister. And if he could say we need to have 50% in order to implement property tax, why we stupid Trinbagonians running to pay it? Cola, good night.
Hello.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Good night. I'm calling from Tobago.
Welcome to Tobago.
What's happening? People pay the property tax in Tobago, eh? People pay. Somebody called and said they're not doing it, but they are paid. Because right now they tell me I have to pay a certain amount of money, and I find that it's too exorbitant for not paying it. And then they say the number of my house is the wrong number that they're giving me.
Hold on. You get a wrong assessment number?
Yeah. The house is not my house number is not that. And they tell me I have to pay that, and I'm not paying that.
But if you ain't get a paper documented for your house, how you paying?
Exactly.
Thank you, my dear. So Trinidad and Tobago, I will ask you all again. Hear this now. When I heard this, I rocked back and I listened to every radio station. I listened to news broadcasts. I read the paper, all the papers. Nobody spoke about it. Nobody. But if Brian Manning could say, we need a 50% threshold in order to implement property tax, why should I go to pay property tax to dig a hole for myself? It is not implemented. That's the reason why I always say I am not paying property tax, because it is not implemented. Trinidad and Tobago is the minister in the Ministry of Finance saying this. Understand what I'm telling all you. Don't say side you're bashing. I'm trying to save your little TV and your couch. Oh God, don't be an idiot. Property tax is not a law in Trinidad. You don't have to pay it. You don't. Let me draw a reference for you. According to the Motor Vehicle Act, your vehicle needs to be insured. It is a law. You have to insure your vehicle to run on the government road. Correct, Navin? It is a law. You have to, it is a must to have insurance on your vehicle to roll on the government road. Property tax is not implemented. It is not a law in Trinidad and Tobago. The government is trying to bully you into paying property tax so that they could reach the 50% threshold, so that they could implement property tax, so they could bring out the revenue authority to kill who? To squeeze who? You, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Because once the property tax is implemented, revenue authority will come on stream. And when you miss your property tax for 3 months, they're coming inside your house and taking your TV where you're paying on it for. Trust me, Trinidad and Tobago. Trust me. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead, you're live.
I listened to you since last week. You're saying don't pay this tax.
I'm not paying.
If I listen to you and I don't pay, and they send a summons or whatever to tell me I have to come to court, and I can't afford a lawyer, what happens to me now?
I will appoint a lawyer for you.
Thank you very much.
I will appoint a lawyer for you. It is not a law in Trinidad and Tobago to pay property tax. It is not. And I keep telling all you, don't go and pay it. Clongenbert went to Parliament to bring out that 5,000 and said it is a criminal, it is no criminal offense. Did you rob anybody? No. You take a knife and you attempt to rob? No, that's a criminal offense. So you go tell me I am paying property tax and that is a criminal offense? We have to be some real duncy head. Where is the lawyers on the opposition side? Where is the independent senators inside the parliament? Where are they today? Trinidad and Tobago. When you run to pay property tax, you will cause yourself to get property tax implemented in Trinidad and Tobago. In Trinidad and Tobago. Let me tell you something. You know why Clongenbert went to Parliament or went to the cabinet to push the $5,000 penalty fee as a criminal offense? You know why? So all you could get frightened and run and pay it, and then they go reach a threshold now and they will implement it. Let me tell you something. A magistrate himself will have to come in front of my house and say, Saieed, you need to go to court. Trust me. Clongenbert instill fear into you all to pay property tax. Because to this date, today is the 18th, it is 25 to 8 tonight, and property tax is not implemented. It's not. But I had to go and line up to give them my money, then for them to implement something. I strip it upon myself in a hole. Caller, good night. Hello?
Hello, good day.
You sick? You gotta click one time.
Yeah. I don't know how you could get this thing on mass in terms of getting a mass to hear this thing because there's vital information being disseminated here.
This is what?
Vital information being disseminated that you should hear so that plenty people get out of fear mongering, going and pay this thing.
You know fear mongering is a charge? Did you know that, caller?
Yeah.
Fear mongering is a charge.
Yeah. And that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
Thank you, caller.
Aye, brother, thanks.
Fear mongering is a charge. If you instill fear in somebody and you end up in front of the magistrate, let me tell you something. The magistrate charging you for fear mongering, it is instilling fear. What you think Clongenbert did? Hey. Where is the lawyers for UNC? Where is the hierarchies on the UNC? All of you are afraid to light it out? No, I'm not afraid to light it up. Property tax has not been implemented. Clongenberg went to the parliament to instill a $5,000 criminal offense to what? To put on you, the citizen. How you call that? How you call that? You call that implementing fear. Because if they're afraid to do it, it ain't go pay. But if we instill a little law, not even a law, not even a legislation, but if we implement a little something, oh God, they go get frightened and they go run and pay it. Trinidad and Tobago, do not let us be clowns. Do not let us be public. You know why I say public? Don't be a public puppet. Paula, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead.
Mr. Saheed, I just want to ask you one question, right? I never get no form to fill out. Nobody never write me or nothing. Pay property tax. What should I do?
Don't pay none.
Okay.
You pay
They
it?
come and they put me in court. What I will have to do now? I have a pensioner.
Who put you in court?
Well, whoever you have to pay the money to.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
If you had do no crime, you go end up in front of magistrate?
No.
Exactly, so you have commit no crime?
Okay then.
Thank you, my dear. Trinidad and Tobago, get all your marbles together. Get all your marbles together. Fear will be instilled into you with a $5,000 penalty. I gonna pay that now. I ain't gonna pay that. Clongenberg went to get that in the parliament, to instill fear into all you, to create that into legislation. So we, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, will run to pay property tax. And when they make up the threshold, which we clown, running to pay, then they will implement property tax. And then it becomes law. Where are those in the opposition? Where are the independent senators? Where are the freedom fighters for Trinidad and Tobago? Where are they? Brian Manning, minister in the Ministry of Finance, said that we are very close to reaching the threshold of 50% to what? To implement property tax. 2386716 is the number to call viewers. We're live on national television. I've been saying, don't pay it. They're twisting the story all how to get a letter run and pay it. They're twisting the story all how for all you to run and pay it. So let me touch on something different while all you're thinking. Shoguna's West MP Dinesh Rambali urged the government to reject the salary increase proposed for public office holder in the report of the Salary Review Commission. So I want to ask the Salary Review Commission something. $3.4 billion gone missing. What are you doing about that? What are you doing about that? Well, let's say something now. What is Central Bank doing about it? Asking a question. What is Erla, the Commissioner of Police, doing about missing money in Trinidad and Tobago? What is she doing? Or let's say something. She rocked back. She rocked back. Money gone missing from a financial institution and nobody know where it going. Boom in smoke. And smoke $3.4 billion. You know who they want to investigate? They want to investigate the one who raised the issue. They want to raise the one who going through the records. They want to investigate the woman who brought it to the attention. They want to investigate she. But then I want to investigate the man who say it was the check clearing system. Well, let Jai want to check the check clearing system. Kola, good night.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Go right ahead, you're live, my friend.
Saeed, I want to ask you a simple question.
Tell me.
If you and I, you have a business, and you are 3 employees, and I is one of them, and I come on morning and I tell you, bro, Saeed, I check some money the way you tell me it's supposed to be afloat, and it's supposed to be 10,000, but it's only 8,000 in her day. And I now come. When you call the police, you go and tell the police to ask me where the money is, who discover it missing, or you go and tell the police they are to investigate who was dealing with the money all the time before I reach.
We will launch an investigation.
With him, I just call him. I see why you just call him clown in Burton. But he's more than a clown because he feels the people more stupid than him. You telling the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago the only way they can implement this property tax is if we pay.
Correct.
Brian Manning now come and say we need 50%, half. And you telling me we still running tomorrow morning you go and see a line in front of that building.
Yeah.
The people.
We still running going.
And as I say, where is we freedom fighters? Where is the lawyers, the opposition lawyers who go and sue the state, that government? For they say that fear mongering where they put them on the citizens. We have nobody to defend we, you know.
This is second caller saying it. Caller, thank you so much. But
yes, boy. You understand this lady find $3 billion missing and you go and investigate she.
yeah.
These people are them doing what they want. And as you say, they have a bully badger over the whole city. You see how we so-called Prime Minister does operate when he's speaking to the people.
Yes. Yeah.
He always like he on a high horse and like he in a saddle and he riding. He always dropping up and down. But why he have been going up and down so? He have a jigger, you know, long time ago. They got ready to sing that jigger. I want to know, you know. This man, and I don't understand. You bully badgering the people. Yeah, we throat, we struggling until we tighten we belt from now till 2027.
Yeah.
And as you say, you want me to come and to employ you back to run with state of affairs, man?
Correct.
Come on. Do something. You have to ease the citizens. We employ you. That money you're spending is ours. You want a raise. Eh? You don't get a raise in the past 5 years, then ministers get a raise.
Yeah.
Eh? The citizens get nothing. Strangle the cost of living rising higher and higher daily. Every week you go in the grocery, the next week you come with the money where you come with to buy, you can't buy it for the price you have to leave out things.
Thank you, my friend.
In this country.
Thank you, my friend. So Trinidad and Tobago, the SRC cannot do nothing about the $3.4 billion gone missing, but they give a recommendation to raise the salary of MPs and office holders. Let's see how it's working in Trinidad. Money gone missing. They want to investigate somebody who found out the money gone missing. But them are investigating the man who controlling the money. And it's still earlier, when I come here, I didn't come to make friends, you know. I didn't come to make friends, and I come to educate you all. I come to tell you about what is taking place in our country and how to deal with it, how to get solution for it. But all I want to call me now and say I labeling. I blasting the PNM. So let me ask all of you all who say I blasting the PNM. All of you want to pay property tax and not implemented? So who more stupid, me or all you? I'm just asking a question. Me or all you? All you run and pay something that not implemented. And I telling you, hey, that not implemented, but where you going and paying? But I stupid, I blasting it. Go back to Rambali. He stated that the SRC recommended a salary increase for office holders, including the Prime Minister, who pay will raise from $59,000 to $87,000 per month. And he would also get a $1 million back pay. That is the same man who tell her to tighten her belt until 2027. And laugh now, nah? Laugh now. While all you tightening all your belts, watch me and having. And the belt can't go again, you know. You're pulling in your belly to tighten your belt. Until 2027. When you're buying 2 chicken, you gotta buy 1. When you're buying 1 chicken, well, you gotta buy 2 drumstick and 2 wing to cook for your family. But he get a pay increase. We stupid, eh? We damn stupid. Call her good night. Hello?
Yes, hello?
Again, go right ahead, you're live.
Good night, hello?
Good night, you're live. Go right ahead.
Go ahead.
Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something, eh? How many of you has cut down on buying things in your house that you normally buy? How many of you? How many of you? How many of you used to buy 2 chicken and put it in the fridge? 1 for Sunday and 1 for during the week. You all continue buying 2 chicken? I just ask, I'm breaking it down to the simplest term. The simplest term. Ask yourself. Ask yourself what you really want. Listen to this video.
Now let's pause and think. The SRC recommended this. It didn't mandate it. The government has a choice. But where we are already struggling with the rising costs of food, gas, electricity, water are now included on top of that property taxes, do the highest paid officials really need a big fat increase? But in Trinidad and Tobago, restraint, common sense, and decency are as scarce as US dollars these days. I am therefore calling on this PNM government to do the decent thing and reject this pay rise. But Trinidad and Tobago, here's the real problem. While everyone is angry about these salary increases, let's not forget the issues which the government wants to distract us from. There's a serious crime crisis, there's a forex crisis, there's industrial unrest, with strikes threatening to cripple the economy. And let's not even start on the crisis in our government schools. So yes, let's be angry about these proposed salaries, but don't be distracted. Demand accountability on the issues affecting all of us.
So you see Trinidad and Tobago? We have serious issues in our country. Serious issues to deal with. But there's an increase the government wants to take. What about $3.4 billion missing? Nobody know where that money gone. Absolutely nobody. But yet we okay with paying property tax for more money to go missing. We want to pay something that's not implemented. Rohan Sinaran said, the port is back to normal. That is what he said. The port back to normal. Rohan Sinaran is about to get an increase in salary. But the port workers cannot get the 12% that they deserve. Ask yourself that now. The entire government is about to get an increase in salary, but you running to pay a property tax that is not implemented. When I hear you think I come to be a friend, no, I come to educate you. Some will like me, Some will hate me. Some will like me for the truth. And some will hate me for exposing the truth. But if this is what I'm called to do, this is what I'm going to do without fear. Without fear. So we have some persons of interest before we close our show tonight. Saieed Ali. Real Talk Financing is offering $10,000 for anyone that brings this person to us, Saieed Ali, and for this car. 10,000. Find Tariq, find Nika, you're getting 10,000 in your hand. $10,000 in your hand you're getting. Remember that, viewers. Also, Megan is still a person of interest to Real Talk. Megan, like, apparently she hiding now. Friends probably disown her by now. I'll tell you something. One thing with Saieed, come back to me. One thing with Saieed, I don't care how pretty he is, you know. You see, coming to business? You see, coming to business? I'm very strict with it. I'm very strict. Also, we just have about 2 minutes in our program. Just to re-highlight, viewers, the truck and excavator that we have for sale. We're good, you know. Those of you who want to go into the transportation, have a beautiful truck to sell. It's a 7-ton Isuzu. It is a wrecker, and there's also a crane lift on the truck. So you could go into two things. You could go into transporting, transport heavy equipment, transport for any individual. A 7-ton truck. The tray is also a sliding bed tray. It slides like a wrecker. So if you're into the wrecking business, this is the ideal thing for you. The ideal thing just for you. When the car run off the road, you have a crane with a long cable. Pull up your car and wreck it. If you're into heavy equipment transporting, this is the perfect thing for you. Also, we have a beautiful excavator there, viewers. It's a 306 excavator. This excavator, I would rate up this excavator. Why am I saying that? It's because of the additional piece to the front. Remove the stage bar. Right, pause. You see the black blade that it is in front? That's a grader. So while you're cleaning the road, you're grading the road going. Those of you who want to go into construction, contract, whatever, this is the perfect excavator. Call me 339-1670. Come visit it, and it could be yours once the price is right. So, viewers, we are about some seconds from closing our show tonight. But nevertheless, viewers, it's been my pleasure coming here every night to tell you the truth and to open your eyes. When God calls you to do a specific task, there is no other one but you. Until we meet again, good night.